Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all having a great day. Um, Today, I'd like to talk to you about helping others. Quite often, we see others struggling and needing just a little hand, whether it's unloading groceries into the back of a trunk or if it's helping somebody get in their house with an armful of groceries. And we just kind of think, well, they'll get it, you know. But offering a hand, is easy to do, and it doesn't take much. If we offer a hand, we need to follow through, and we need to understand that it isn't a gesture, or shouldn't be a gesture, so others can see us doing good, but it should be helping from the heart and wanting to truly make somebody's load a little easier. I know in this little area, we're in an apartment complex, and we have one neighbor next to us, and then there's two neighbors in the building across from us. And we all help each other, and that's really nice. And sometimes it's just praying for each other, and other times it's helping us get something in the house or providing a need. And it isn't looking for uh, thanks, or it isn't looking for credit for something. It's just because we're all people who know that if you see somebody in need and you can fill that need, that's the right thing to do. And I just love that in a community. And if we get out into the community, which I don't get out much, it's a little bit too hard. I have balance issues and pain issues, but when we can get out into the community, holding a door open for somebody or and smiling can be more help than we realize. It can help somebody brighten their day or not have to struggle to hold a couple bags of groceries while they push the door open with the other hand. It doesn't seem like much sometimes to us, but a smile and a courteous gesture of help sometimes can make somebody's day. It can give them a little bit of encouragement that people aren't so bad, And I'm not saying that there aren't people who do things that are bad, but the people themselves, are they really bad, or is it just their actions sometimes don't show their true character? We don't know. We don't know if they're having a hard time and it's it's showing through a little bit because of whatever stress or whatever hard day they're having. But we do know whatever day we're having, whether it be a rough day, whether it be a very good day, very loving day, sharing that with other people, smiling, acts of kindness, helping in any way can just really help somebody not be able to unload the trunk like a woman that's got some young kids. You know, if she trusts you, enough, that should tell you that uh, people aren't scared or intimidated of you. So you should feel good about that. But at the same time, while you're helping her get her groceries in the trunk, she can be getting her kids in the car safely and not having to leave them in the cart while she's unloading her groceries, or and once her groceries are unloaded, you could take the cart back so she doesn't have to go three spaces down with her kids buckled in the car. And these times, any help we can give that'll help somebody get through, that'll help somebody, make their load easier or safer. It's really a good thing. And, kids love to help. And what better way to show them as they grow up that helping others is a wonderful thing to do. And it really fills the heart with love to be able to help people than letting them help. Whether the help starts at home with helping with a few dishes, it may create a little bit more of a mess, and you may have to, clean the dishes after they do when they're out in the other room and don't realize you had to rewash what they wash. But they feel good about themselves. They feel wonderful they did something nice, for their parents or they provided an effort to do something that they felt was really good, they felt was really helpful. They felt was needed by their siblings if they helped tie a shoe or teach their sibling to tie a shoe. You know, letting them help teaches them character. And when we all help each other and we all let people help us when we need it, it tends to give everybody a bigger sense of worth. We're worth somebody helping us. We're not stuck in this all alone. Or they needed help and I got to help them. So proud of myself. I feel good about myself. And especially kids, they need that to be prideful of good actions and not boast about being proud of it, but take that pride, teach them how to take that pride and kind of internalize it, like, you know, doing well for others shows the love in my heart. And if they can internalize that love and show that, they care, they want to be supportive and helping with others, it shows that we're doing works that Jesus walked the earth to do. Teach people to care, teach people to love, teach people to reach out and help. In the Bible, it says, you, if you have faith, you can do greater works than I, as in Jesus Christ. These works don't necessarily have to be miracles. They don't have to necessarily uh, raise somebody from the dead, per se, like Lazarus. But however, they can be if an elderly person can't get out and get their groceries and get them in the house and put away, that maybe we do that. If it means the neighbor is sick, too sick to be able to stand on their feet, like maybe in a lot of pain, and unable for whatever reason to cook a decent meal, share a meal, you know, help feed your neighbors when you know that they're struggling a little bit to get groceries or whatever. Maybe give them something out of your cupboard. It doesn't matter what it is if it's helpful to somebody else. And they see that love. Chances are when they feel that love from somebody helping them, it's going to warm their hearts and they'll pass it on. And my generation, we don't see the young helping like they used to when we were kids. But if we start all over again, letting them help when they're children, it may take a little longer, it may require a little more work in the end, but the product that is produced, if you want to call a child a product and you want to call it producing a child, um, watching them become a person somebody with character, compassion, love, and the desire to do good things in their community and be helpful to those who need it, or even those who maybe don't need the help but would appreciate it. You know, it's just so enjoyable to watch a child become something like that, some kind of person that will do these things. So, you know, if we can get this country back to where it was, um, I think we'll find that people would be a lot happier. More people would have faith in Jesus Christ. They would see that people are doing His works. There are people that understand that Jesus once walked the earth and doing miracles and extending a hand to people, and we can do that too. We're following in Jesus' footsteps, and that is something that's important because it not just loving God, not just accepting Jesus Christ, but also doing the works. And them works could be anything that would be right by God, you know, uh, helping somebody, feeding somebody, just compassionate and smiling at somebody, saying, "Hi, are you having a good day?" or "I hope you're having a good day." Any of these things can be, and so much more. Use your imagination, any positive that you can put into your community, your neighbors, your family is a good thing. So, anyway, I just wanted to get into that a little bit. Let your kids help. Let them enjoy being proud of themselves for accomplishing something and helping mommy or helping lady put her groceries in the trunk that's struggling a little bit. Help them push somebody in a wheelchair up to the door, and we can do it too. Not just the kids, but we can do it too. You all have a great day. Bye.